no animals were harmed to make these brushes. It's important to Percy. Right, bro? Look at that, guys. Look at this beautiful brush. This is my favorite synthetic badger hair brush from the fine folks at the FM Brush Company. And guys, we've got a treat. We're gonna get Gregory Mink from FM Brush to come join us in just a second. And he's gonna tell us about his company, the family-owned company since 1929. We'll talk about brushes, and maybe Greg will even join us live later tonight when I do some lathering with some of these brushes. But check it out, guys. You've got your bulb. You've got the patented retro 3D brush with the 2 tiers. And you have some travel size brushes. And just, there's a line of brushes that they have that we'll go through today. All right, guys, so this is Greg Mink from the FM Brush Company. Again, American company, American manufacturer since 1929, correct?
1929, yeah. Great-grandfather came over from Germany, worked for a brush company making lettering brushes. That's how we actually got our start. We survived the Great Depression and 2008, and now the COVID situation. So it's a fun business to be in.
Battle tested. That's awesome.
Well, thank you for having me on, Tony. I appreciate the opportunity to introduce FM Brush and our techno-synthetic shaving brushes to your audience.
Yeah, and what's interesting, this brush, guys, and just so you know, Greg, I have a camera off, so I'm actually showing the 3D brush to the audience. This is my favorite brush, and it's unique in the market because of this 2-tier system, which I find the top tier helps to load the lather, the cream, and it also provides a nice sort of exfoliation when you're putting the brush on, if you want to use it that way.
Absolutely. That's one of the reasons why we put those dimples into it, to actually build up a lot of lather on the tip, which then in turn will load the inside of the brush, but it also exfoliates your skin and gets into somebody's beard.
Yeah, and you have a nice beard, by the way.
Oh, thanks. I started growing this when we were all sequestered to our homes. So,
yeah.
There's a lot more shaving involved in growing your beard than actually not shaving at all. So more work than just shaving.
It's true. Tell me about synthetics. Your company, from doing a little bit of research, you pioneered synthetics, or well, one of the pioneers.
We started working with synthetics in the early 60s, and I guess it was about 20 years ago, our dad saw the need to replicate natural hair in a synthetic alternative because of supply and demand, and how it really impacted the environment with using an animal alternative. We worked on the silver tip badger. We won't use badger hair as corporate directive because a badger is killed for the sole purpose of making a brush. It means its demise. So going to an alternative that was eco-friendly to the environment and to the animals, it gave us the opportunity to introduce a product that looked very much like a silver tip badger and performed equally as well. If you notice, there's no shine in the synthetic. The synthetic has been deflazed. It's a thicker diameter synthetic, so it really holds up like a true badger shaving brush would.
Yeah, I agree. It looks and feels like real hair, but it has the properties. It's cleaner. You don't have to wet soak it, so it doesn't need to be soaked beforehand to really be effective. And it's just a very nice brush.
That's the problem with natural hair. It's on the animal's body to repel water and keep them warm and dry. So it really takes a long time to soak the brush to get it truly wet all the way through to the inside, where this is a much quicker to lather.
Yeah, I mean, and it works great, guys. It's nice and soft. I want to thank you, by the way, for you were in the promotion and you gave 3 of these brushes away. So we'll have to have some of those guys get on later and tell us how they love this brush. But this is my favorite brush. I've also, Greg, I'm looking at your traditional round, which is very nice, silver tip, badger. And I'm looking at these Traveler brushes.
Absolutely. The Traveler is a phenomenal way to take your shave on the road with you. We also put a little hole in the top.
Yep.
Currently, since you briefly mentioned the shaving brushes, Tony, we have 9 different styles, the Traveler, as well as the Bullet, which is your home version of, and I think it's like a 21 millimeter ring size. We have 9 styles in totality, ranging in ring size from 21 to 24 millimeters and a trim length of like 43 to 62 millimeters. So if you're somebody that wants a really big brush and a lot of lather, you could certainly go with some of the larger ones. But we found that the Traveler and the Bullet work really well to take along with you on your business trips and vacation, and not be subjected to a can of foam when you're a traditional shaver.
Yeah. When you're a traditional wet shaver, you want your utensil. Look at this, guys. And I'm showing this to the camera. This is the 3D Metro. So it's a Traveler with that patented 3D tier here. And I love it. Easy to really get going. And I'm a novice latherer. I'm learning as I go. A lot of the viewers appreciate that. But these brushes are great. You're a brush manufacturer, not only for men's brushes, but tell us about FM Brush Company and all the brushes you make.
Well, we currently manufacture 17,000 different types of brushes and ship over 1 million a month. FM Brush Glendale, which my great-grandfather started. We produce brushes there. Over 30 years ago, we put a factory in Thailand, so we have dual manufacturing capability, which gives us the versatility to cover a whole series of different markets, not only men's wet shaving, but fine art, craft, educational, cosmetic. 17,000 different types of brushes in between the 2 locations. We ship over 1 million a month.
4 generations strong of the Mink family.
Yes, working in a family business is challenging at times, but extremely rewarding because you know that you're building something and keeping something going for generations to come.
Well, I want to thank you for being on. And again, guys, I'm going to invite Greg to be on later when I take my hand at trying these brushes to lather in my little homemade lather bowl. Well, Greg, I want to thank you for being on, and I look forward to possibly you joining us in chat tonight.
Thank you very much. I look forward to it, and everybody out there in wet shave land, enjoy it, and we'll see you soon. Be well, guys.
It's really important that no animals were harmed to make these brushes. It's important to Percy. Right, Percy? All right, guys. Wasn't Greg from FM Brush awesome? And I'm hoping he's here in live chat so you can ask him the questions you might have about his great brushes. But let's get into what I'll be doing today. Now, first off, I have these 3 dessert bowls right out of the kitchen cabinetry, guys. And I've been using these with pretty good success to learn or sharpen my lather skills. But I have a proper shaving bowl on order. It's coming from Amazon, should be here this week. The proper shaving bowl, some of them have little ridges inside that help aerate the lather to create proper foam. I can only think that the lather is going to get better. We're going to be using 3 brushes from FM Brush for this. The first one is the more traditional bulb style knot. Beautiful synthetic badger hair. The second one here will be my favorite brush. It's the Retro 3D. 2 tiers of bristles, guys. And this top tier of bristle and these nubs here really help to load the brush. And you can also use this to really exfoliate and get that brush into the bristles. And I love this brush. Also, we're going to be using the Traveler version. It's called the Metro 3D. This is the Traveler version of my favorite brush. Again, 2 tiers of bristles in a nice compact size. So for the traditional knot, I'll be using Pacific Shaving Company's Caffeinated Shaving Cream. For the Metro, I'll be using a puck style soap from Vanderhagen. And another great shaving cream, Taylor of Old Bond Street Sandalwood Shaving Cream for my favorite brush. All right, so let's get cracking. I'm going to start off with the traditional knot. And again, since this is synthetic badger hair, it doesn't need to be soaked prior to use. You can just dip it in water. I'm going to shake out the excess. I'll apply just a little bit of this shaving cream to the bowl. Just a little bit. A little dab will do you, as you see. And I'll load this up. About 25 swirls or so. Give you a look at that. Before I add any more water. Now, really the trick is coming up with the proper water to product ratio. But you see that? That looks like it's ready to add a little bit of water. What I'll do is I'll dip my hands in and I'll add a few drops of water and I'll start to work that in. And as you can see, I'm starting to get some foam, some really nice fine little bubbles there. And I'll continue to swirl that around. What I'm looking for, ultimately, is a thick consistency, sort of like Greek yogurt. A nice thick consistency of foam. And I'll work that on, keep working that a little bit more. This Pacific Shaving Co. The caffeinated shaving cream has a spearmint smell to it, which is just wonderful. And look at that nice head of foam I've created. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit more water, guys. Do a little cleanup, and I'll add just a little bit more water. A couple more drops, more water, more foam. Oh, that's nice. And the smell is just wonderful. Continue to work it and just have fun with it. Look at this. Look at that. Wonderful. Again, I'm looking for a thicker consistency. And I can keep adding more water if I like, or keep working this. But I think that's good enough for now. Definitely be good enough for a shave for me. So let's move on to the puck style of lathering. And I'll be doing this with the Vanderhagen puck. Now, some people, I've seen some people take this puck and soak it in the water. But I tend to like to just leave it right in its container. Again, I don't need to wet soak this, just get it wet. And I'm gonna load up, I'm gonna be using that top tier of bristles, and I'm gonna do, again, another 25 or so. Maybe just a little bit more water. Okay. And I'll then take that, transfer that into my little bowl here. Okay. Now I'm going to add some water. A few drops of water. Again, water and product, coming up with the right ratio of water and product is key to making good lather. So let's add some more. I'm using a little bit more pressure than I would with a cream because the soap is just harder. And I may need to load a little bit more of the product, but I'm gonna add some more water and I'm gonna keep going. But as you can see, I'm starting to get a little bit more foam. Let's add a little bit more water. A few drops more water. I'm gonna go back to the puck and get a little bit more product, guys. I'm gonna load it up just a little bit more. And I'll bring that into this and I'll add more water. Let's see if we can get a proper lather going. Bring in some more water. Very nice. Look at that cream. Let's clean this up. And let's add some more water. Oh. It's a learning experience. Coming up with the right ratio. Coming up with the right ratio of water to product. And there's that cream, which I think is shaveable. I could work it to get more, but I don't want to make this a 30-minute video. Let's go over to our final brush. Again, my favorite brush, and the Taylor of Old Bond Street shaving cream, which is in this nice tub. Again, just a splash of water. I'm gonna load this up. At 25 swirls or so. We'll add it to our little bowl. We'll get that going. You're starting to get those tiny little bubbles. And we'll add a couple of drops of water. As you can see, I'm starting to get some cream going, and I'm looking for a thicker consistency, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Just add a couple more drops of water. Nice. And right straight away, guys. Look at that. More water, more cream, or more foam. And you can keep adding water and keep working this. And you can make some great cream. I'm gonna go back to this puck style, and I'm gonna wash this guy off. I'll come back with another one of these ceramic bowls, and we'll try with the Metro 3D one more time. So a little bit of water. And a little bit more load. And I'll transfer that load into this bowl. And right away, I'm getting a better initial production of lather. Oh, look at that, guys. I'm gonna add a couple more drops of water. Again, more water, more foam. Look at that. And I can continue to work this to my heart's desire. Adding more water to create more lather, or working it to the consistency I'm looking for. Look at that, guys. So there you have it. Great lather with the 3 FM brush varieties that I have here. And now I think I'll go in and I'll do a neck shave. I'll probably be using the Pacific Shaving Caffeinated Shaving Cream that I just whipped up. And we'll do a quick neck shave. So let's go. Okay, so I've been working this cream to the consistency where I'd like to have it. Again, Pacific Shaving Company, it's concentrated, so you don't need that much. And it really makes for a nice, refreshing lather. And we'll do a neck shave here using Gillette Labs, the heated razor, which provides a nice stroke of heat with every pass. So I'll be shaving with the grain of the hair on my neck. The hair on my neck is growing up, so we're gonna turn the razor the other way, the opposite way, and shave up. Again, we're gonna leave a little bit of hair and let that beard grow down. Now, I used to just shave it right at the jawline, but Egyptian Dude is telling me that for a proper beard, you need to let it grow down into the neck. So he's a beard man, and I'm gonna listen to my man, Mo. Beautiful. I love this product, guys. It's got the fusion blade that we're used to if you're a Gillette man, but it's got the addition of the heated bar here that provides just great heat with every pass. Let's re-lather, and I'll do an against the grain pass just for a final effect. But this brush is very nice, guys. Works the lather up well. Again, it's cleaner than a traditional natural hair badger brush. And look at how much foam this holds. Look at that. Look at all that foam, guys. Makes great foam. As Greg said earlier, antimicrobial. So cleaner, less chance of bacteria. Dries out easier. We're gonna go against the grain. Hair on my face grows up. So I'm gonna use this now with the traditional handle grip and shave down. Again, be mindful of that line where you wanna leave a little hair. You're gonna let the hair grow down to give you that fuller look. It's the proper way to shave, or proper way to grow a beard. So if you know this channel, you know my technique around my Adam's apple. I have a pronounced Adam's apple, guys. So to take it out of play, you can swallow hard and hold it, which flattens that area and takes it right out of play. I apologize for the isolation hair. I need a haircut, guys. And I need more hair. I'm gonna finish off with a splash of cold water, which will close the pores and get my neck ready for the aftershave. And I'll finish this up with Pacific Shaving Company's Caffeinated Aftershave for a nice, cooling spearmint smell. Infused with caffeine, which helps reduce the redness, the burn. Again, I want to thank Greg Mink from the FM Brush Company. Guys, reach out to me if you're interested in these brushes. I'll hook up with Greg and we'll see what we can do. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today. I hope you had a great Sunday and get ready for a great week ahead. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, which will probably be like tomorrow. But in the meantime, you know what to do, guys. You know what to do. You're gonna keep pushing play. And I'm gonna keep working on my lather skills today. We'll see you next time. Right, bro? I don't think he's impressed.